Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the morning sprint. My name is Daphne Gray, and guess what? It is Valentine's Day. Got some cute little flowers here. This is courtesy of my girl Jenna. Jenna got me these flowers earlier, and then she did some surgery on them, made them look all cute and stuff. Either way, we're in the loving spirit today. We got a lot of things Valentine's Day to talk about today, including this right here. This is a very special blessing that we're going to tell you guys about. Getting a heart right in time for Valentine's Day and giving the holiday a whole new meaning. We talk about the miracle story one mother has and how she's thankful that she's able to have her baby girl around for a little bit longer. That whole journey coming up later on in the sprint. But for right now, guys, we got to talk about combating crime, okay? So, again, you know the sprint is all about trying to do a call to action or try to get everybody to be more positive in the community, some form or fashion to prevent the bad things from happening because there is good in our community. And that's exactly what Roanoke City Police and the Sheriff's Office are teaming up to help out our elderly, our most vulnerable population from becoming a victim. Spoke to the elderly at the Triad meeting focused on safety, reminding them to be aware of their surroundings, report anything unusual, and to lock their doors.
And the information was exactly what I needed to know about locking the doors, checking the door handles. I never lock my door at home, never. I'd lock it if I go out.
So yeah, no, she obviously is locking her door now. Triad meets every second Tuesday afternoon, and everyone is invited. And they got the Adult Protective Services are going to be presenting next. So again, another good resource to have in our community, especially when it comes down to our elderly. I always say, and I know I joke about it, but I'm so dead serious. Like, if it's dealing with kids and if it's dealing with the elderly population, I don't play. I have zero tolerance for it. And I know back at my old sister station in San Antonio, the police department released a video that was very, very alarming of this elderly gentleman going up the escalator in a mall. And somebody just randomly coming and just snatching him down for no reason at all, made him fall. And he had a lot of severe injuries to his head. Stuff like that, little pointless acts of violence, that stuff has got to go. And when you have triad resources and stuff like this available for our elderly so that they'll know, okay, let me double check. Let me double check the door. Let me double check my surroundings. Let me look. Let me think twice. Things that they never had to worry about when they were younger. We're in a whole new world now. So thank God for this particular resource is being offered for them because I think that's going to be very, very helpful. Now, we got to switch gears over to our wildlife, man. Wildlife experts tell us that we got to watch out for bear dens. I didn't even know that was a thing, but it is. Biologists with the Virginia Department of Wildlife say that male and female black bears are likely to still denning this time of year. And even as people start returning outdoors to hike and explore, it said that a female black bear, particularly one who has cubs, will likely remain in the den unless they feel pressure to leave. Wildlife experts stress the potential dens, but they're not always easy to recognize. Bears find comfy spots in brush piles, trees, rocks, ground nests, and occasionally under porches or secure crawl spaces. So that's something to keep in mind. If you stumble on a bear den, leave it alone. If you're a public property, tell an employee where it is. And if you accidentally flush a female bear out of her den, do not worry. She'll more likely return. So many other different tips that you got to think of. You can always call the wildlife helpline for sure to report a den, and they can safely make sure that any clubs left behind are safe. So yeah, look out for that. I know we got a lot of hikers and people who love doing outdoor type of activities. And around this time of year, let's be careful because you do not want to find yourself in a one-on-one battle with a bear. And if you are, look, I would say run, but I'm pretty sure that's not what you're supposed to do because they're going to outrun you no matter what. They can climb. You just SOL. But just avoid bear dens and try to be cautious and make sure you just be aware of your surroundings when you're going hiking and all that good stuff. Looking ahead, all of our country music fans out there, get this. Country music star coming to Roanoke. This is our boy Josh Turner. Will be performing at Dr. Pepper Park on May the 24th. Known for his deep baritone voice, some of his biggest hits include Long Black Train and Why Don't We Just Dance? The tickets go on sale on Friday, so if you guys are interested, man, make sure you get in that as soon as possible. I'm pretty sure those tickets are going to go by like crazy. And it's always cool when these big kind of stars come to our area, our neck of the woods. We're kind of like that real small community, but yet we have so many different things to offer, so many big events to take place. And those events end up being very easy to access. I'm still tripping about how this past Sunday, not this past Sunday, Sunday before last, went to see Stomp. And Stomp was one of those performances that I would always thought that I would see only on a VHS tape. But they act this big, huge production, Broadway production came down and gave us that experience. So thank you to all of our big celebrities out there who are thinking about Roanoke, looking at our little area and saying, hey, I want to give them jokers a good time to have fun and experience what we have to offer. So really, really appreciate this. Here's something that's good that's happening in our community. This is the first that I have ever heard of this kind of thing. It's an adult high school in the Commonwealth coming to the Star City. So check this out. Goodwill Industries of the Valley opening its the Excel Center in Melrose Plaza. More than 600,000 adults don't have high school diplomas, and 14,000 of them are right here in Roanoke. The center's mission is to bring resources like childcare, transportation, and career navigation to one location.
navigate the process, but access, right? Post secondary options, and then also a career. And so this model really removes the barriers and sets up the student for success and really helps them reach their fullest potential.
So the goal is to have the Excel Center up and running in the next 2 years. That's going to be a really good deal because again, that you'd be amazed at how much that diploma can help you out when it comes down to careers. Now, granted, I know there is a population out there that are getting their careers. No matter what, despite their circumstances, some people didn't finish college, some people didn't finish high school, and they're still. Flourishing and whatever gift that they've been given, so that's understandable. I completely get that, but I always lean on the side of hey, just get it, get it just to see what make sure you just have that extra layer of experience and security whenever you are applying for different jobs. So that way, because we already know how competitive it is out there, and Lord knows it's always depressing when you get turned down for a job because you don't have X, Y, and Z, or when you're searching for a job and you look at the qualifications, you're just like, man, I don't have a way to prove that I can do this. So yeah, having a resource like this, very, very cool. And I can't wait for it to open up. We're definitely going to be following this story a lot. So make sure you go to our website at WSLS.com. Stay in the know about that because we'll keep you guys posted on everything that comes about with that. Let's get to our weather, man. Cold morning starting off today, but of course, like every day this week, we're warming up later on throughout the day on this Valentine's Day. So let's get to meteorologist Chris Michaels, who is very festive today.
Hey there, guys. Happy Wednesday. Happy Valentine's Day. Today looking pretty seasonable, 48 to 54. Tomorrow's a little warmer. Then we're tracking a brief rain snow mix early Saturday morning. The details on WSLS.com.
And boom, it would help if I turned it on. Okay, there we go. I got it on, guys. Okay, so that's the downfall about standing back here now. Back then, I could just sit there, I could look back and see Jazz coming through saying that Jeff, your mic just went out, and I could change it right there at the desk. Now I got to walk all the way around and stuff. So apologize about that technical difficulty. Shout out to Jazz for coming in and trying to give me the 2 cents of it. But again, like I was mentioning, real men wear pink. Chris rocked his pink out, and if you guys are out and about on dates and stuff, and we see some couples dressed up and men are wearing pink, you go ahead and do your thing, okay? Moving on into our Valentine's Day covers, okay? So we always got to be careful with Valentine's Day because, yes, it's about indulging in chocolates and having a good time with the flowers and stuff like that. But sometimes the things that we like as humans, not always the best for our pets, okay? So, pets, particularly dogs, can't have chocolate. There are two types of compounds in chocolate. So that their bodies can't handle. If they have too much, it could overload their systems and lead to serious health problems. The veterinarians at Virginia Tech say how sick they could get depending on how much they ate and the size of the pet. But the common symptoms of chocolate poisoning include expressive thirst, abdominal and discomfort, muscle tremors, high body temperatures, and seizures. Chocolate is also dangerous for cats too, but vets say that they're typically more interested in the flowers. Roses won't get your pet sick, but lilies, carnations, and tulips are some of the most toxic for our animals. So that's something to keep in mind. I know as you're opening that big, huge thing of heart candy and stuff, and you want to eat it, and your little dog is down there begging and looking all cute and stuff, do not give it to them because, again, that's not cool for them. I always, like I said, my trick is I will eat any kind. I'm not that big of a child. I don't eat a ton of chocolate, but when I do, or I eat something that I know the dogs can't handle, I will have like a peanut butter bone or some type of cookie or something that they can handle, and I'll eat my food, and then I'll hand them the peanut butter, and they can't tell the difference. They're just like, oh shoot, this is good, So do that part. And again, let's do a good job with taking care of and protecting our pets in this holiday season. People all across the country celebrating Valentine's Day through the process of getting flowers. And we've been working for you, talking to a florist on how you can keep those flowers happy and healthy for as long as possible. Floral designer and professor at Virginia Tech, Barbara Lishin, gave us demonstration on what to do once we receive the flowers. And she says to separate flowers individually. She says get rid of those unneeded leaves. And then make sure to use garden shears to cut the stems so that the flowers are 2 inches above the vase. I messed up on this. One time I was trying to get my flowers situated. I actually used scissors. You're not supposed to use scissors because if you use scissors, apparently that's going to close off the bottom of the stem, which is not going to be as receptive to water. So use some shears, okay? Use the real deal. She says having flowers in your home, it's probably going to lift the mood and improve the spirits of the household. And I think that's true because, again, when Jenna gave me these flowers, it makes my desk feel much happier. I don't know what it is. I have never been a flower person whatsoever. But as I get older, I'm starting to see just how pretty they are. And I know why my mom loves getting them too. So that's always a fun thing. As you get older, it starts making sense, okay? Moving on, man. Okay, so this is something I think is a very special story, something that's very interesting because you always know that you think to yourself, okay, I want to date and how difficult it is to date and stuff. But then put yourself in the shoes of someone with special needs whose parents have always lived a life with assuming that their kids will never find love or it'll be hard for them to get in those social lives and social fabrics. But, one thing leads to another, and those are the most beautiful people to talk to and have relationships with. One of Netflix's most popular shows right now is called Love on the Spectrum. I have not seen it just yet, but I have heard so many things about it. But it follows people with special needs looking for love and highlighting the challenges they face. So, for people with special needs, making connections with other people can be difficult, but it doesn't mean that they want friendships or even love. It says that Chris Woodrum is the co-founder of Chris's Coffee and Custom. You know him when he was with Chris for Tasty Tuesday. He has Down syndrome, but that doesn't stop him from making friends with his customers and coworkers. His mom, Beth, says that Chris has always shown a desire for a relationship, and she's happy to encourage him in any way that she can.
We've always said, yes, you could have your own apartment and you can get married. And so his goals are the same as everybody else's goals.
Chris says that when he finds a girlfriend, he's going to take her to a fancy restaurant. And again, his personality was just so fun to see and watch when Chris did Tasty Tuesday. And Chris, absolutely, that's his boy. Apparently, little Chris is a flirt. Like, I'm telling you, these are some genuinely great, great people. And the fact that this is kind of being brought to the forefront of realizing that, yeah, no, life is hard, but life can be difficult with those challenges and those different stereotypes and stigmas and stuff. So if you guys see anybody out there, I don't care what their situation may be, you never know who you're talking to, you never know who you're talking with, or how your actions could impact somebody else. I just want everybody to just go about and treat others as you would want them to treat you, with the utmost respect, with love and kindness. And again, you just may change a life. It's that simple. I am one of those people that a lot of people just like, nah, no, it is that simple. Just be nice and have respect for others, okay? Let's move over to another sweet story. This was one of those miracle-like stories. And again, it's giving Valentine's Day an entire new meaning. Ohio family filled with love this Valentine's Day as they celebrate with their daughter. She got a heart transplant at just 8 months old. Now, because of the severity of her condition, Bella was transferred to Cleveland Clinic Children's. She had an enlarged heart, and her other organs were failing at the same time as well. Now, the decision was made to put her on the heart transplant list, and after 6 months, a donor heart became available. And her mom credits everyone on the medical team for helping her daughter become healthy again. Again, another story that just makes you smile, because at the end of the day, you don't know you don't know their obstacles, you don't know the challenges that they're facing. That stuff is difficult, and the fact of the matter is that her heart came in right on time, and I'm a believer, so I think God definitely played a role in aligning this up. And that 8 month baby is just as beautiful as she want to be, going to grow up to be a beautiful woman and be able to redefine Valentine's Day in her household. So let's get Jazzy Jazz in on the action real quick. Jazz, can you hear me?
Yeah, good morning and happy Valentine's Day.
Happy Valentine's Day, girl. How you doing?
I'm doing pretty good today. I'm in a good mood. What about you?
Hey, I am good too. This story right here, stories like this that puts me in a good mood, you know?
Yeah, I mean, when I was watching the video this morning, I just couldn't help but smile because she's just absolutely beautiful. Like her little smile, she has such a little precious face, and her eyes are so bright and happy. So I just
Yes.
love hearing positive stories like this because it's truly uplifting.
Oh yeah, no, 100%. And like Chris's custard, it's crazy that he's making such a big difference and still being looked at as kind of like one of those people that people can aspire to be and push for.
Oh, absolutely. He is incredibly inspirational. I mean, to have your own business at such a young age and just be so motivated and also just be able to embrace the person that you are, because for a lot of people, it's really hard to just embrace themselves and not feel like they have to put on some sort of front or have to be a certain way or put on a mask. But when you're comfortable in your own skin, that's a beautiful thing. And I love the story that Abby did on Chris as well. I thought it was really nice, and I love that he kept it real. So it was awesome.
Oh, I absolutely love that too. Jazz, do we have any viewers or comments today?
He's got a ton of viewers. You don't have any comments, but you can leave if you're going to watch it later on and you're catching up on the morning sprint for the day. Just leave a comment on WSLS.com, on our Facebook, or our YouTube. We read all of you guys' comments, and we love hearing what you have to say. So please just join the conversation. We would love to hear from you guys. We really want this to be a back and forth kind of conversation, because even with just me and Jap, it's nice just conversating with one another. So we would love to have you guys join in on the fun.
Yes, girl. Well, you have a blessed, happy Valentine's Day, okay?
All right, you too, love.
All right. Well, guys, before I roll out of here, I do want to give you guys another reminder. The Polar Plunge is this Saturday, and I want all of you guys to do what you can to help us, raise money for the Special Olympics Virginia. This is going to be a very fun event. I'm excited about it. I'm a little bit nervous about it because, again, this is one of those things where it's like cold temperatures and stuff. I'm like, ooh, it's gonna be a whole nother thing, but it's gonna be for a good cause. So if you guys could go to our website, WSLS.com. You can go in there. There's a lot of different articles about polar plunge. We got our very own Duke Carter. He was the one that you guys selected from our insiders to take the plunge, and everybody want to see him do it in a polar bear outfit. Either way, it's gonna be a fun sight to see. I'm gonna be running in right alongside with him, and Jeff Hanowich will be doing so as well. So can't wait to see you guys on Saturday. But again, in the meantime, any little dollar counts. If you have anything that you guys can donate whatsoever, go to our website and donate to the WSLS team so we can give it to Special Olympics Virginia. Again, guys, thank you so much for joining us today. If I could get my mouse together, I'm telling you, working from the like right here in the back is kind of difficult because I'm kind of blind a little bit. But I see. Okay, I got it situated now. All right, look, thank you so much for joining us on this Valentine's Day. Again, take today to go out and love one another. Go do whatever you can. Go create a tradition together. Go do something with your family. Go do something for your parents. I know my mom still loves receiving those flowers every year. That's a very special thing to her. So again, think about your family, think about your friends, and think about your strangers. Love each other. Be kind. Have a good one, guys. And we'll see you guys back here again tomorrow morning at 8 a.m. WSLS.com.